Hey you! Welcome back to my channel, Realmeltan. For today's review, we're going to take a look at Cooler Master's new MasterLiquid AIO, the Cooler Master MasterLiquid ML360 Illusion. The ML360 comes with 3 MF120 aRGB fans and also a translucent aRGB dome cover for the water block. It supports AMD AM4, AM3 and older sockets, as well as Intel LGA 1200 and older sockets. This AIO also supports the new Intel LGA 1700 socket. But when I first got this AIO, Intel Alder Lake has not launched, so I do not have the new LGA 1700 bracket to test with. But I believe you can get the new LGA 1700 bracket as a free upgrade, and according to Cooler Master's website, the new packaging's post Alder Lake launch will have the new bracket included. So with a price of SGD 219, how does it perform? Cooling a 5900X on the MSI X570 Unify, we decided to pit it against the Corsair H150. At 160W CPU PPT, the Illusion does an average of 45 degrees on idle against the Corsair's 43.6 degrees C. On Cinebench R23, the Illusion does an average of 68 degrees C, peaking at 72.9. The Corsair H150 is slightly cooler, does an average of 62, maxing at 70.9. Next up, ADA64. The two AIOs are further stressed here, with the Illusion doing an average of 58, peaking at 77.9. The Corsair H150 has a higher average of 63.5, but a cooler peak at 75.9. To see how both AIOs perform in regular workloads, the 5900X is going to render a simple 10-minute 1080p video in DaVinci Resolve. The Illusion does an average of 55 degrees C, peaking at 76.9. The Corsair H150 has a higher average of 62, but a lower peak at 72. Another thing to point out is, both the Corsair H150 as well as the Illusion render the video at the same time at 3 minutes and 26 seconds. As for how loud the AIOs and fan go, I do not have an actual measuring device. I can tell you that the fans are pretty silent, even though there are 3 of them, and the water block is also pretty silent. Not much noise coming out from them when we actually put them inside a PC case. So yeah, the Illusion looks nice and performs quite okay for its price range. But we're actually here to talk about the one thing that makes Cooler Master's AIOs awesome, which is this aRGB controller box. Sure, it may not have that many features compared to the Corsair Commander Core or even the Commander Pro, but actually there are a few things worth raving about this controller. Number 1, price. You do not need to spend extra money compared to the Corsair Commander Pro, which tends to be a very expensive add-on. And also, the Commander Core is only found in the higher end Corsair AIOs, which also tend to be more expensive. Number 2, the controller box is magnetic. You do not need to worry about it moving around when you vertical mount it at the back of your case. No more messy 3M or duct tape required when you vertical mount it at the back of the case. Number 3, you can choose from more amazing aRGB patterns. If you do not like or are bored with the ASUS Aura Sync or MSI Mystic Light patterns, very simple. Just plug this box in, download the MasterBlast software, and you are good to go. Just a note, the MasterBlast software still needs some work. And number 4, this controller is extra useful if you are using an older motherboard with no aRGB 5V headers. You will just need a SATA port as well as a USB port, which I think your motherboard has, to power on this controller. So you can use this Illusion, this AIO, on your older motherboards. Alright, you may be wondering, how do you connect this AIO? Very simple. First thing, install the 3 MF120 fans onto the radiator. If you are using an AMD Ryzen CPU like us, make sure to remove the Intel clips and install the AMD clips. Number 3, before you install the water block onto the CPU, make sure to remove the protective film. Do remember to install the AM4 mount onto the motherboard before you attempt to install the water block onto the CPU. Just clip on the water block onto the motherboard socket. Make sure to give it some play so that you can easily mount the 2 latches on. After that, use the fan splitters as well as the aRGB splitters provided to daisy chain the fans and the RGB together. If you're not using the aRGB controller box, simply connect the other end of the aRGB splitters onto the 5V header on your motherboard. Connect the pump wire onto the pump header on your motherboard and connect the fan wire from the fans onto your fan header on your motherboard. As mentioned earlier, if you plan to use the aRGB controller box, instead of plugging the 5V wire onto the motherboard, connect it to the controller box. Use a SATA as well as a USB 2.0 to connect to the box onto your motherboard. Alright, so what do I think about this ML360 Illusion? As mentioned earlier, I think for its price range at HDD 219, it performs pretty okay. Yes, pretty nice aRGB. And of course, as mentioned, it comes with the aRGB controller box. But that said, unless you are a true Cooler Master fan, a true user of the Cooler Master ecosystem, this box may not serve that much of an advantage to you. Why? Let's say you have a ASUS GPU which requires ASUS Aura Sync to change up aRGB. And you also require Cooler Master's Master Plus software to control the aRGB on the AIO, which means now you need both ASUS Aura Sync as well as Master Plus software to control the GPU as well as the AIO on your PC. To make things worse, for example, now you want to use a MSI motherboard, you require ASUS Aura Sync, MSI Mystic Light, as well as Cooler Master Master Plus software. Unlike Corsair's IQ software, which works with MSI motherboards, I do not see any partnership coming from Cooler Master as well as the board brands such as ASUS or MSI. I mean, this is just a minor gripe. If you can look beyond this aRGB issue, this AIO is still an okay option for you to actually decide on. And with that, if you like this review, make sure to smash the thumbs up. In the meantime, you can check out the reviews of our other AIOs such as the MSI S360 at the bottom. And also to smash the subscribe button because we're going to put out more awesome tech content. So, thank you for watching, and with that, goodbye!